take the questions to start. Please raise your hand. Name, media, organization. Gentleman here in the front.
Hi, it's Steve for the IAAF.org, and this one is to Grant. Just a little bit, can you explain about your footballing background and why you decided to choose track and field?
I'm new to this. Yeah, I played football in high school. I don't know if you guys know what high school is. But yeah, I played football when I was younger. Coming into college, it was one of the decisions that I wanted to make. And I sat down with my parents, and they broke it down simple to me. Do you want to be in the NFL or do you want to be an Olympian? And my heart was to be an Olympian. Going forward, my coach, I wanted to do both when I got to the college level, and my coach kind of hit it. He was like, if you want to be the best person that on the track that you can be, stick with me, and I promise you, by the next Olympics at the time, he was like, I'll have you ready. And he's a man of his word, and me and Coach Holloway, me and Mike Holloway make an awesome team.
Grant, Sergey, and Pascal, congratulations. That was one of the most physical 110-meter races I've ever seen. Grant, did you have any idea what was going on at all around you?
No, not at all. Coming in that race, I had laser focus. My goal was to get out and stay out, and that's exactly what I did. I watched the replay for the first time I was weighing. There was a lot of stuff going on back there, but I was laser-like focused over my 10 barriers, and I executed to the best of my ability, composed my nerves, and now I'm a world champion for the first time.
You chose some nice tactics.
Question to Grant. You run 60 meter hurdle in indoor and 4x1, 4x4, 4x8, 1x1, whatever. How many races have you run in this year?
I know somebody's a stat man, so someone hit me.
42. This is 42.
42? Today was 42 over hurdles or of all the events?
Everything but long jump.
Everything but, so 40, so that's relays included?
Yeah.
So I'm at 42 races. I knew that someone had a stat. So it's been a blessing, Not everybody I can talk to can say, yeah, I ran 42 races to the best of my ability each and every time. But when times got rough, a lot of people, gave me the blind eye. And to this day, I've been saying it in each interview that I did, I couldn't have done this without my inner circle. And when things got rough, my inner circle stayed with me. I can give a shout out to both of my parents. Definitely when times got rough, they stayed right there, kept me calm, still loved me. No other less than I was in the NCAA. And I have awesome best friends. Dwight Riddick isn't here right now, but I'm sure if he could hear this interview, this press conference, he will be extremely proud of me. And then at the same time, I have an awesome girlfriend. She kept me calm. I see her almost every day. I talk to her almost every day. And it's just one of the things, without that inner circle, without the people who love me, outside of track, outside of being a world champion, outside of being NCAA champion, whatever you want to say, American record holder, they love me no matter what. Coming into this meet, I ran crappy at USA's, I ran crappy at Paris, and my inner circle stayed with me. And it's funny because after Paris, I had 20 text messages, from the people who actually care about me and think about me as a human being, not just as a track person. And this weekend, I have 116 so far. So it's okay, who is really there for me when times were rough? And when I lose, I keep my head held high, and when I win, I keep my head held high. And it's just one of the things, I got an awesome God, I got awesome parents, and I got an awesome inner circle.
How difficult is it when you mess up in a race like that, and then there's somebody who you know that you can win that medal, and then there's this whole problem. So how difficult is it? How would you look forward? What would be your message to the people who lost out today? Thanks.
Here.
What was the question?
Grant,
Right?
Grant, you start first.
Why did I start first?
Because you're champion. Oh, well, you can get used to it.
Alright, so I mean, I can speak for all of us up here, but I still want them to add their input. As a hurdler, you're trained to stay within your space, your lane, your 10 barriers, and you're trained to focus only on your lane, your space. As soon as you start looking around, trying to see where Pascal is or trying to see where Sergey is, that's when you lose your focus.
As you did in semifinal.
You continue to lose your focus, and bad things can happen. Those barriers they don't care about your body. They're there to slow you down. But our job is to go full-fledged over 10 of them.
What was the question? Once again?
I can keep your focus.
Really, it helped me for the final. It really helped me that I really feel more relaxed in the semifinals. I was really enjoying the stuff, enjoying the show, and after that, I just realized that really running in lane 9 helped me a lot. So I didn't see any of this drama happening somewhere beside me, and actually, I'm feeling like I've been at the party, but I knocked out at the very beginning, sleeping, and missed all the action. So yeah, I tried to stay focused just as well, just to imagine that maybe I'm into training or something like this.
Pascal?
Actually, it was one of the last advice my coach said to me before the race. He told me, yeah, you can't act on the lane of the competitors. You only can act to your lane and don't pay attention to what's happening on your left and right. And I don't really see what happened on my left. I didn't see at all Sergey on my right. But I heard a lot of bang, bang. I heard it happened something on my left, but I stayed on my line and I didn't make mistakes. I wasn't disturbed by what happened, so it's exactly how I finally win a bronze medal.
A big question for Grant. I wonder if you could just elaborate a little bit more about your decision to choose track over football. It's quite an unusual decision. Most athletes would tend to go the other way. And what was it about being an Olympian that just, that swung over you?
All right, so I'm gonna break it down real quick. So as you know, American football is very unforgiving on the body. And the question I always say is, do you want to walk when you're 30, or do you want to be in a wheelchair by 35? I'll take my chances going over some hurdles. So really, the main decision came down. I didn't see myself playing a contact sport no more. I loved it, don't get me wrong, I loved it in high school. I had a brotherhood with some of the people on the team, and they're all doing great things, playing for other universities right now. But this is what I dreamed of. I dreamed of holding up an American flag. I mean, this is my first time ever holding up an American flag. I mean, when I was younger, I always missed out on junior team by one spot. So this is like the major first one for me. And it's just one of the things, you put your mind towards something, you get people to hold you accountable towards it, and you set your heart out, and you never give up on your goals until you achieve them.
Let's take a couple more questions. There in the back.
Stephen Mills from Athletics. Question to Sergey. How much of a challenge has this season been, because you had that leg injury after that, and I believe that you've had problems at home and Barnell with training facilities as well, so how have you overcome both of those things?
I have a story for you a little to tell. I managed to see my coach in the mixed zone, and he had a word with him, and he told me that every other year he would tell me just that silver is only the best among losers. But this year has been really difficult for me. It has been a real challenge, and you remember everybody remembers that my fall in Rabat when cloud fell over me. At first it was like nothing serious, but then problems started to emerge one after another, and actually it took a lot of time and effort and pain for me to recover. And actually, well, here, after the final, the first thought emerged in my head was like, this is finally over. Yes, I really was glad about this is over. And then I like just looked around and okay, I was second. This yeah, of course it could be better. I was aiming for gold, of course, as always, as every athlete do, but every athlete does. But I'm really happy with the outcome, and it has been the hardest season for me so far. I can tell us now, but this is also an important experience, and gives me confidence that I'm capable of doing maybe something more.
Pascal, you were host in 2015, 2016 as well, and you got bronze. How did this medal help you to win Tokyo?
Tell them what you talked about. Tell them what you talked about.
You know, 4 years ago, I was forced in Olympic Games in Rio. I was forced to, and in France we call it the chocolate medal. And I can say it was really, really difficult to digest this chocolate medal, so I'm really, really happy to finally go home with the medal. Bronze, I can't eat it this month, but it's one of the first steps to go to the Olympic Games in Tokyo with more instruments, with more confidence, and but it will be different. You know, this season makes no sense, and I think almost the same thing for Sergey. We have a lot of problems during the season, and finally, I think sports make no sense when we see this final. We just had a lot of
we needed much. He wanted it too much.
We were hungry. We were just a lot, very, very hungry, and I think it's how we ran fast and win our medal. This microphone. But you heard me.
You're lucky guy to get a chocolate medal for you, because I got a medal made of clay.
I don't want chocolate anymore.
The question I want to ask you is, France has a very big tradition in the hurdles. Can you explain to us what's the pressure like to be a French hurdler?
Yeah, because in France we have beautiful medals in hurdles. We have one guy whose name is Guidwood, Olympic gold in 1976. Yeah. And we have a world champion, Laji in 2005 in Helsinki. So yes, we have a little pressure to follow this beautiful way they did before. But I'm really proud to be part of this French team. I think we can say there is a French school of hurdles, because hurdles are great in France more than other events. It's difficult to be French champion actually. I'm not a French champion, and so yeah, I'm happy, and I hope French hurdler will be good in Olympic Games next year.
And this one is for Grant. At what point this year, Grant, did winning this title first become a realistic goal?
I think it's always been a goal. I think when I started this season in a University of Florida uniform, I think in the back of Coach Holloway's mind and my mind was, we're going to make it to October. I mean, through blood, sweat, and tears, it's been a long ride, but it's just one of the things, this is what you work towards. It's in a world year. You got to go to Doha. Everybody has to compete at the end of October, beginning of October. Like, everybody has to do it. So we mapped out a goal after NCAA's indoor, and then we transitioned to outdoor. And then after outdoor, we sat down in his office for about an hour. And we just talked about, like, what should we do? And the biggest thing that he promised to me, and also my parents, they can attest to this, that he's got it under control. And not at one point did I ever get worried, and not at one point I believe that my parents ever got worried. I don't believe so. But it's just one of the things, I have a great coach, and at no point did he ever give up on me, even when I was running like crap. He never gave up on me. And to be here is just a blessing. So, you soak it all in. 4 years ago, I was watching Pascal at Rio, and 2015, that's 4 or 5 years ago?
Don't watch too much chocolate, it's not good.
It's just a blessing because, I have watched plenty of YouTube videos on these people to my left and to my right. And over again, I'm studying the game. All right, how am I going to get better? What can I do to, get on the podium? And, I've watched Pascal so many times. If you go on my YouTube search history, it's just 110 hurdles. I probably watch every single race. And then I watched Sergey in 2017. Even though he got silver, but he still ran an awesome race, And it's just one of the things, you got to be a student to the game. And I have watched plenty of David Oliver, Alan Johnson, Terrence Trammell, Sergey Shubenkov, Pascal. I've watched it all. And it's just one of the things, in order to be great, you got to be a student to the game, even when you don't want to be. And I think just growing up, and I'm only 21 years old, and I'm still, learning. And I'll probably, after everything calms down, I'll probably go back and watch this race, figure out what I did wrong, to figure out how can I get faster. And, that's just one of the things, as a young person, also as an athlete to the sport, that's what you got to do to get better.
I did the same.
You didn't watch that.
Actually, no, not anymore. But actually, I did the same with Yuxiang, with Diamond Robles, because he was the first guy who began by 7-step,
yes,
before the first models, and it was a little weird in 2008.
Do you realize how old you are?
Yes.
we could see him running faster on the starting block in the first hour, and it was different. And I watched a lot of video, and finally we did world champion with one of the best way we have in this 21st century. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Instagram. I think it's a really, really great school to learn about.
Yeah, and before we end, I do want to say, thank you to these two people for, building, setting that foundation for me to, carry on. I appreciate you guys being role models to me. Even though you guys are my competitors, I still look up to you guys each and every day. And I just want to thank you that in front of everybody. And it's just one of the things, I enjoy being a student to you guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Just before we conclude this interview, this press conference, you saw the three great boys here, young men. Respect to the game, respect to their discipline, respect to each other. And I want to say that this press conference has something special. Run's parents are here, watching their son become world champion. And you deserve all the respect of each and every one of us. So I have no time want to close the night today, this evening, and thank you all for your presence here.